everybody.
Welcome to episode 29 of Anchoevies podcast. Today we have two very incredible special people joining us, which is why you might be wondering, Tessa and Timmy are sitting so far apart. Well, we won't keep you waiting any longer, you guys. I would love to give a big warm welcome to our two very close, amazing friends. Maddie and Tori. Welcome, you guys. Welcome to the podcast.
Hello. Welcome, guys. Thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Always.
Today.
Thank you, Theo.
Oh, Theo.
Oh, buddy,
guys.
this couch is maxed out, buddy, okay? Hey, come here.
Theo.
Yeah, respectfully swerve. Okay. Well, welcome, you guys. I'm glad you had such a warm and welcome round of applause from our live audience in Roku City.
Yes.
Like we addressed in the last episode, we have received a lot of complaints about the camera angles. Well, the story goes like this. We can't move the camera because Roku City is directly on the other side of the camera.
Mm-hmm. The production crew, there's too many of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of people
They have to have their space.
Thank you for all of your hard work. Thank you so much.
Yeah, can we give them a round of applause, you guys?
Yes. Thank you so much. All right, well, welcome to the episode. So is this, have you guys been on a podcast before?
No. I mean, I've done the one that you had an assignment in college where you were like, Tori, be on my podcast episode, and we talked about like jazz music or something, and that's it.
I took a multimedia journalism class and had to make a podcast.
Oh my gosh, that sounds absolutely stunning.
So you were doing this long before we were.
Yeah, so I've really been behind the scenes more.
Maddie's been behind the wheel.
Yeah.
I love that so much. Okay, well, we have like a very insane list of pressing questions, deep cuts, hot takes, things to address today, and that's why we brought you guys out.
I'm ready.
So I think Tessa has something she wants to bring up.
Oh gosh,
really
okay.
Yeah, let me just
serious.
reference my detailed notes.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Yeah.
That were prepared long ahead of time.
Yes.
Number 1. You guys are currently roommates and best friends.
Mm-hmm.
Copycats much?
True.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us about your experience living in the big city together.
Yeah.
Yes, please elaborate.
Right. That's
It's
a two-parter.
Bustling.
Okay, yeah.
Busy and bustling. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's for sure different. No, it's really fun. Mm-hmm.
What's the sleeping situation?
We sleep across the hall from each other.
In your own rooms.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yes.
That's a luxury.
Yes, I've heard.
You guys weren't
I've
aware.
heard. I've
didn't
heard there was a
have that.
trundle bed involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have to bring that up right now. If you guys were doing separate rooms, we don't have to talk about it. If you were also doing trundles, we could have brought that up.
Yeah.
I think trundle beds are honorable.
Like, to be honest, if we had a trundle bed, that's what we would be doing.
Maybe you guys should get a trundle and do like an office with your spare room.
Yeah.
We don't have a spare room.
don't have
No, but it would turn into a spare room.
Oh,
Right,
here's
yeah.
the thing.
You're so
is
right.
that
You're so right.
neither of our bedrooms currently would be able to hold a trundle bed. Like, they're that small.
Okay.
Like, you, like, just could not even.
Do you guys ever get sad going to your respective rooms when like gab time is
Yes.
over? Yeah.
Yes.
We
The other night, we literally came home from going out, and we hadn't seen each other all day, and so we just like spent an hour talking in our doorways across the hall from each other and just yapping until midnight.
Yeah.
And it was a work night.
Yeah, and I kept being like, okay, I need to go to bed.
Oh, that's
and then
so real.
I know, and we were like, hee hee, and we just kept talking and like
Yeah.
jumping around, and then finally we went to sleep, and then I just was like texting Tori instead.
I know.
Oh my
So
gosh,
you-
I miss that.
I miss that so much. Like I actually have so much FOMO. First of all, because I have to tell you guys all something.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know how to say this. I don't actually have a Roku.
So you
So I
never
actually don't even
experienced
have Roku City at my own house.
Oh, honey.
But also two-parter, I'm really jealous because I tried really hard to get Tessa to move in with me and Jacob post marriage, and also post her marriage.
Right.
Have tried since, and she still says no. But like I feel like, well, she couldn't really go like to her doorway, respectively. She would have to, like, she would be 6 inches from my face. So it'd be like, she'd be like, okay, like, I do have to get up early, or I do have to work. And I'd be like, yeah, totally. And then 30 seconds go by, I'd be like, what about this topic as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys should just do a commune one day, though.
We've
Just,
talked
like,
about
have
it.
As like someone who
either
grew up on
connected.
one,
That's true.
I feel like that's in my future.
yeah.
In
Okay.
some way,
You're not
shape,
like
or form.
scared of it.
I'm not scared.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're welcoming
scared.
that.
I would
Yeah.
embrace
No,
it
that
with
sounds
open
fun.
arms.
I would join that.
That
Yeah,
sounds
you guys are
great.
totally invited.
Cool. Awesome.
Okay, so how did you guys become friends or roommates, whatever came first?
Okay,
Tell us
so
the story.
we both went to community college. Yeah,
Ew.
love that. I know.
Just kidding. I didn't even
Yeah, so
graduate.
we-
And I went to community
We went to
college.
community college, and we both were in choir, and we both
Wait,
met.
can you guys harmonize
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
quickly?
Okay. Wait.
I'll go first.
Ooh,
Shit.
damn,
Yeah.
we can't do that.
Thank you. Thank
Okay,
you.
well,
I
was
know,
really good.
angelic. But we met in choir. Tori sat down at a table next to me, and she was wearing a denim jacket, and it had a bunch of pins on it. And I went, "Is that a baby Harry Styles pin?"
And it
She
was
went,
indeed.
It is. And from that moment on, we were best friends.
And like from my
Linked.
perspective, it was my first day at community college and I was auditioning for the choir. And so I had asked her and our friends that weren't my friends yet, earlier in the day where the like choir room was to go audition. And then she told me, and then later in the day she walked by again and she was wearing these cool shorts and she has a tattoo on her thigh. And I thought it was the coolest thing ever. And then I was like, man, that girl has a cool tattoo. And here we are.
yeah.
Guys, tattoos and baby Harry Styles
Yeah.
bringing
Yeah.
best
Like,
friends
seriously.
together.
Yeah.
Hey, can we get a description
Seriously.
of the tattoo?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What is it?
so if anyone knows the band Panic at the Disco,
Heard of
I've
them?
heard of them.
yeah, it's their second album is called Pretty Odd. It's basically the Beatles. Like that's exactly what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
And there's like
Right.
a little woman in a sunflower on the cover, and she's on my leg, and it says "Welcome to the sound of Pretty Odd."
I love
It's
that.
so
Oh my
cool.
gosh.
I think
gonna
it's my
do a
favorite
quick
tattoo of
Google.
yours.
It's also mine. It was my fave.
Okay, I love that so much.
And then we joined choir and then literally have been inseparable
Yeah,
every day since. And it's been what, 6 years?
Yeah.
Almost 7?
yeah,
Wow. And how long have you lived together?
a year.
Okay.
That's
And like
it?
2 months.
So what was it awkward? Like, hey, like, should we move in? Like,
No,
what was it
actually, we were
like?
just
yeah,
talking
we were
about
just
this
talking
the other
about that
day.
because I'm an only child, so I had to like break it to my mom.
And it took like a year for us to even start bringing
Yeah.
up that we wanted to live
Yeah.
together to her mom.
And my mom was also a single mom, so like we are
Can
like
we just get a real quick round of
Yeah.
applause for all the
Yeah.
single moms
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
there?
And Carrie.
Thanks to
Carrie.
Sarah.
Yes,
We love
Carrie.
you. We love you, Carrie.
We love
love
Carrie. She was a single mom. She was the best. And so, like, we were inseparable. But then I found someone else who I was inseparable with. Is that how you say that?
Yes.
And so, yeah, we had to be like, "Oh, wouldn't it be cool if Tori and I, like, lived together?"
we like slid it into conversations like on vacations.
Yeah,
and
we
stuff.
were in San Francisco together with my mom. And, like, we were like, "Oh, wouldn't this be so cute in, like, an apartment?"
So fun.
Like specifically in our apartment, and like we had to do that for a while, and then suddenly we were signing a lease.
And then yeah, like
damn.
literally all of a sudden she was like, "Well, for your guys' apartment, we should do this and
Yeah.
this and this." And we're like, "We did it."
and we were like, okay, she's fine.
Did your
Yeah.
mom like was there backlash? We're gonna go really
Yeah.
serious here.
She cried really hard when we signed the lease.
Oh, Carrie.
She was
Poor
like
Carrie.
happy, but she's just
It's like
It was a
bittersweet.
transition.
It
It
was
was
a
a transition for
transition.
you for sure. I had lived on my own a few different times at that point, and I have a younger brother, so my parents were like, "You guys are gonna do what you're gonna do."
True.
But yeah, it was definitely a transition because I lived in the dorms when I was in college, and then I lived in like a college house with like 6 other people. But I've never lived with just one other person. It's amazing. It's so much
Yeah,
better.
6
Yeah.
to 1 is like a crazy.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that was great for the most part, but it was like a lot. So
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It is different that like first time. Like me moving in with Timmery was the first time I'd moved out of my parents' house
Yeah.
too. So it was like it's the same thing of like I think I don't want to live 40 minutes from like
I know.
Yeah.
everything.
Right.
So I'm gonna move into town,
Yeah.
which is Coeur
Yeah.
d'Alene.
And then
Yeah.
and then when you and your dad unloaded the trundle bed and I knew Tessa for like 5 seconds, like by the time she moved in with me, and then and like guys, let's be real, like I have daddy problems as we all know.
But like,
and,
how would I have known that?
and
at the
she didn't
time?
know this, and so her dad Chris is like, hey Tess, like, hey kiddo, like let's go get some breakfast.
He doesn't. Talk
And I was what?
he doesn't talk like
Yeah,
that.
he said, hey baby girl, let's go get a bite to eat. And then I literally literally sat on the trundle bed. Like, it's a studio, so it's like a room this size. And her and her dad are like walking out, and I'm sitting there kind of like dangling my feet off the trundle, like swinging them. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, guys, I'm not hungry. All right. guys have a lot of fun. And then they left, and like that's just something Tessa has never lived down, will never live down.
That's fair.
Something I deal with. It keeps me up at night.
Yeah.
A few years later.
But it kind of it got
up.
even because on Tessa's wedding day, her dad got her this very precious gift, this little honeybee necklace, and it was like some story of, oh, my dad always calls me like his
Honey buncher.
And it had like a price tag on it. It was not cheap. And I'm like, she's like trying to get off. I'm like, Tessa, like, don't lift a finger on your wedding day. And she's like, I'm gonna wear this, like, walk down the aisle with my dad. I go, let me get the tag off. And I yanked the tag and I ripped the necklace.
Like moments after he gave it to me, and this was the morning of my wedding. We're eating breakfast, and he just like goes, "Here you go," and walks out of the room because it was too much. I think
It was a lot.
And so then, thank you for
And
that.
I was like-
I did have a backup. I had just had a little gold necklace, so we just swapped the pendant on. Never told him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Nice.
So I don't think Chris is a minnow, but like if you're listening, Chris, that was a joke. That never happened.
Yeah.
That was
but-
just a little scenario.
Yeah,
and
but
then
now screw you. That's what you get for not inviting me to breakfast.
I would say like the payback came before that when you put on the reader board Tessa's HIV positive.
Oh.
And my dad came over.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so there's that. So there's like a couple
remember
things
that.
like tit for tat.
I don't recall actually.
I feel like we're totally good though, right?
Yeah, now we're really good, you guys.
Yeah.
Everything is
I'm a
really
little
worked
scared to
out.
be in between you guys.
Yeah.
But we put you guys in the middle for a reason.
Hold you back.
Yeah, guys, it's fine.
Whoa.
It's fine.
That's so funny.
Do you remember at Zola when we were all outside? I think I had met you guys, but you hadn't met Timmery
Yes.
yet, and Timmery was there. And I told Timmery, I said, "That's Maddie and Tori. They're best friends who live together, and they're cooler than us."
And I was like, I'm gonna kill those bitches. Like, that can't be
I said,
possible.
"They're like us, but cooler." I think is what I said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I remember
True.
that because my first interaction with
don't
you
even wanna know.
was you making a video and you're going, guys,
should all be kind to each other.
We should all just get along.
Oh,
like,
gosh.
please, we need to all get
Well,
along.
that's kind of why
It was
I'm happy
great.
I did that because I feel like
It was perfect.
it's leaving that kind of lasting impact.
Right,
Yeah.
It's what
right. I
go
always
for.
think of that when I think of
I
you.
do
Oh my
too.
gosh.
Well, thanks. I kind of stole it from Tessa. She started the whole movement for that, and I just anything that I say is funny is just probably Tessa started it, and I just took it and never stopped.
That happens.
Humble queen.
Yeah,
That happens though.
It
We do
does.
that.
All
And
the
I'll like
time.
say a joke and then I'm like, well, Tori said that first.
yeah,
But I'm gonna say it.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Right.
Yeah, that's a real
Yeah.
experience. Okay, well, are you guys prepared for your next question?
Maybe.
It's only gonna get deeper and darker as we progress.
I am an open book.
Okay,
Well, we'll see.
this one is very well. We're just gonna rip off the band-aid.
Okay.
And if you don't feel like you can share, guys, that is okay because we don't want to push you past what you're like. We don't want to push you to the breaking point.
No, yeah.
But it's kind of like we're like call her daddy, but like more popular
Yeah.
and more intense questions.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. Who was your first sexual awakening character? For example, mine was either Ashton Kutcher on Pranked or Shia LaBeouf in Holes.
Oh yeah. So mine was the live action Peter Pan.
Oh my gosh.
So the boy in the live action Peter Pan. I remember sitting there being like, ooh.
Yeah.
like,
Hi.
I'm
Yeah.
in love.
Hi Peter.
That's
Yes.
so funny.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys are the same one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
What
was
about
Have you guys
you?
talked about this before?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
we've
maybe.
said it separately, but
Oh, yeah, I
yeah.
remember him.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's so cute.
He
I wonder what he
is
looks
really
like now.
cute. Yeah, where
What's
is
his
he
name?
now? Okay, let's
Right?
see. Jeremy Sumpter.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sounds
let's see. Where
familiar.
is Jeremy Sumpter now?
Definitely not my type now, but still
you
cute.
see him.
Still cute.
Yeah, let's see.
What was yours,
I'm trying
Tessa?
You know, I don't know what my first one was, but I remember one of the first being Liam Hemsworth.
Oh, yeah.
That's fair.
That's a good
Yeah.
one. Was it
Hunger
like the
Games.
last song? Oh, nice. The Hunger
Yeah.
Games.
See, I loved him in the Hunger Games. I wasn't like Team Gale or anything.
Thank
Yeah.
God you just said that.
But I
Sorry,
loved
that's a
Gail.
future question.
Like, yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. So we can segue into that.
Yeah. Okay, great. Yeah. So
Yeah, but like looks wise, I was
Yes.
like, that's my man.
Yeah.
At age
Till
15
you
or
Who was
whatever.
fucking murdered Katniss's little sister.
God,
but-
like,
Guys,
how dare you
spoilers.
do that?
You haven't seen
oh,
Hunger
guys,
Games
hey,
yet.
click ahead if you don't want to hear the spoilers that we're
Yeah.
about to say.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely Peter Pan.
Peter Pan, I would say, is good. He's not looking. He looks kind of the same now, just like man-childish. And I mean that with all the love and respect.
Okay.
He looks cute, but he still looks like a little boy. I think.
Okay.
Thank you, Jeremy Sumter, for
Sponsoring
subscribing
this
and
episode.
sponsoring this episode.
It was so generous of him to do that for us.
nice.
Yes, we don't deserve.
No.
Yeah, I would have to say Shia LaBeouf was that, and so we actually this is kind of segueing us perfectly into two because Tess and I talked about this before.
Yeah.
I say you go first, Tess, and then we'll get into the Hunger Games discussion.
Okay, yeah. It's a perfect segue into a Kiss, Marry, Kill that I came up with for you guys. It is Zero from Holes, Stanley Yelnats from Holes, and Sam the Onion Man from Holes.
I sense a theme
I need to look
here.
at all of their faces again.
Please
hold.
Yeah.
I don't remember Sam the Onion Man.
That's why I'm gonna
He
look.
was the
them
man that
up.
said, I can fix that.
Oh.
like 40
Yes.
times, but I'll show
Yes.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hard. See, I loved Holes. Loved the book. Loved the movie.
I didn't
Okay,
know
so
it was
this
a
is
book.
going to go ahead and be
Okay, wait,
Hector's
I can't-
Around
Yep.
Zero,
Okay.
Stanley Yelnats, and Sam the Onion Man's right here.
Oh.
Okay, marry Sam the Onion Man.
Obviously.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Kill Hector Zeroni.
Yeah.
Sorry, I know he's less fortunate. But I don't know, he was also annoying. Kiss Shia LaBeouf. Stanley.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
For the lore.
so sorry. I'm gonna flip that and say, what did we say? Mary's Zero?
I'm marrying
Or no,
Sam
Onion
the
Man.
Onion Man.
Yeah, marrying him.
Okay.
Kissing Hector Zeroni and killing Stanley Yelnats. I'm so
what
sorry.
What did Stanley Yelnats ever do to you?
What if he never found the trunk?
Right. I'm really trying to think of it, like separate the art from the artist.
Oh
Right.
my gosh,
Oh.
yes.
That's where I'm trying, but I'm not doing a very good
So
job
you think
at.
Totally.
you think the lore would have continued without Stanley's help? You think it still would have continued? When are we killing him?
Possible.
Like, is this
During
during
what
the
time?
plot?
When are we killing
You
him?
Because like
Yeah.
that's important.
It's like, I feel like after the movie ends,
Oh, okay.
then you guys just have
Then
your
we just
choice.
have to
of-
put a bullet between his eyes. Call it a day.
yeah, you're going to have
check
to
him
pick
out
one.
back.
And the
Okay.
marriage is right then.
Got
Go
it.
in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tim
Yeah,
Marie?
no, I'm with that. Sorry,
Okay,
Stanley.
lock it in, yeah.
Can I see?
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm gonna say, well, I'm gonna marry Stanley Yelnats.
Whoa.
Kiss the Onion Man. Sorry. Oh, I'm gonna kill Zero. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I know it's like horrible. I guess I just don't remember his character as much in the story as
He
much
was
as
so
I
quiet
remember-
for like,
He was quiet
he, like,
and
didn't
forgettable
talk for a
and-
long time.
Yeah.
Poor guy. Ugh, he'll find love though.
I thought we all were going to be on the same page about we're marrying Sam the Onion
Yeah.
Man, who's going to fix everything for us.
I'm just like
Exactly.
into the boy who's misunderstood. That's kind of like my
Yeah,
thing.
I think Sam the Onion Man was also like 100 years prior. He was
Yes.
mostly in flashbacks. So
But he knows how to
timelines-
treat someone well.
Yeah,
You know, he proves
Also,
that.
if I could
Yeah.
just say, Dule Hill, if you're listening, loved you in Psych. You're my
Oh, yeah.
favorite. Love
Okay.
you so dearly.
Wait, who's that?
This guy.
Who was he in?
He's a minnow.
He's a
He
my
should be a
gosh.
minnow.
He told
Okay,
me.
I've actually never seen Psych. I'm so sorry. I know.
Oh my
it's
god, that
so
was like my
bad.
COVID show. That and Criminal Minds were my favorite. Loved.
Yeah, our COVID shows. What did we watch, Tessa? Guys, I just need to.
Were you guys living together in COVID?
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
and there was something in the water because
was
I'll speak for
COVID.
myself. I look back at that 2020 and I just look like violently ill the whole year, and I'm like, I only got COVID once.
Yeah.
So
Explain that, yeah.
explain why do I look actually like I'm dying inside and out?
I think we watched a bunch of This Is Us, but I think that was pre-COVID.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was
No, maybe
pre-COVID.
it was. I don't remember. I remember
then
crying a lot.
I remember. Oh yeah, we cried a lot. That was when we were still in the studio apartment. So
Yeah.
definitely. I don't know if I think we watched a bunch of movies. I remember we watched like Cinderella Story or maybe.
And we were doing like jigsaw puzzles and stuff.
Yes.
Tim Marie was playing "I'm a Gummy Bear" that song. like
that was your COVID song.
All the time.
COVID rap.
It was my anthem. I'm sorry.
and she got like a toy helicopter And she was flying it around the apartment, and I would come home and it would just be like, I'm a gummy bear. Yes, I'm a and it'd be like, and it would just like crash into a wall or something.
Yeah, one of the ones on the.
It's kind of like she turned into a 5th grade boy.
Yeah.
That's kind of.
I think that just like because the trauma maybe like being so robbed of my childhood. I had this time during COVID where I almost felt like I had I had a summer break. I asked for a toy helicopter for Christmas from Jacob's mom because I was jealous that now that there's kids in the family, they kept opening toys and then they just play all day and it'd be like I got like a planner. Like what am I gonna do all day?
Right. Fill out my plan.
Yeah, so I was like, Becky, can you please get me like a mid-range? Like, don't give me like these $200 RC helicopters. Not that she would anyways. I don't know why I felt the need to preface that. And so she got me one, and I think it crashed and burned pretty hard almost immediately because I wasn't very good at it. But yeah, we had fun. We would like open the window and like sing to the people on the street.
That's fun.
There was no one out there.
Yeah.
I like that.
It was good. But anyways, sorry, I was earlier just gonna apologize. I feel like I've had such aggressive vocal fry. I just realized I'm doing this whole episode, so all up until now I was like, yeah. And I'm like, wait, actually that's so annoying.
It's your natural voice.
Guys, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that.
Guys, can we get a round of applause to let Tori know that it's okay?
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Thank you, production team.
Okay, well now we're gonna circle back.
Okay.
Team Gail or Team PETA and why, and also anyone who wants to argue that this is no longer relevant can respectfully suck my balls.
Yeah.
I
absolutely agree.
Is timeless. Hunger Games is gonna be like Jurassic Park. It's like the things we're gonna show our kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they're gonna be like, wait, parents, this was so good. I'm so jealous.
My cousin, who's a senior in high school now, I call her my baby cousin. She's not.
Yeah.
She's studying the Hunger Games in English class. Isn't that crazy?
Oh, that is so
I
weird.
know. She was telling me that she's like writing essays about the Hunger Games, and I was like, I wish I got to do that in high school.
Yeah,
Like
I'm
ours
so
was
jealous.
new literature,
Yeah.
and now it's like modern classic.
It's
literature.
crazy.
It's crazy.
Wow.
So I'm like so jealous of her that she gets to do
I'm
that.
actually pissed right now.
I know.
Isn't that?
Do they get to watch the movie?
Yes.
Oh my god.
God, to watch the Hunger Games movies again for the first
Oh my
time.
God.
Oh
And
my
get like
god.
counted as a
Class?
grade.
Oh my god.
Have you?
That's amazing.
How many times have you seen the series?
So many.
So many.
Okay.
I remember I went to the midnight premiere of Catching Fire with my friends in high school.
Which is the best one.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so
And
glad
we
we
like
can all agree.
we dressed up. Like one of my friends dressed fully as Effie Trinket.
Yes.
And we
Oh,
went and sat in that
that's
movie theater. We
iconic.
got little lanyards for it being the midnight premiere. Like it was a
Hell
thing.
yeah.
It was
Wow.
awesome.
Yeah, I've read those books more times than I can
many
count. But yeah, I was definitely Team PETA.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Because I thought everybody was, and then I had a really grueling conversation with my sister-in-law where it turns out she's not a PETA.
How?
I don't know. I don't understand it. Also, Jacob's other sister said the same thing. So sorry, this is war now.
Wow.
They were both basically saying PETA's a wimp, and I said, you don't know the first thing about courage.
No, you don't know the
yeah.
first thing about bread or makeup or survival.
Or throwing a 50-pound sack of flour over your shoulder
Yeah.
like it's nobody's business.
Right. Painting yourself to look like a river and tree bark. Like, hello?
That's not
That's
any man can do.
Also,
that.
Artistic
like-
talent.
Yeah, like you gotta adapt to your surroundings, and he does just that. Whereas Gail is like, I'm big and strong, and I can save everybody. No, you can't.
Yeah.
Stop being that way.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Tessa, you seem awfully quiet over there on this issue. Do you
I
wanna-
wasn't as into Hunger Games. Like, I didn't read the books.
Oh, okay.
So going into it blind, where all my friends were like, Josh Hutcherson is so hot. I was like, no, he gives little boy to me.
Yes.
That's what Jacob's sister
Short
said.
King. Love Short Kings. That's fine.
We
But I
stand
was
with
very
you.
much into Liam Hemsworth, as I previously mentioned.
Right.
So I think I was trying to not be like the other girls and being like Gail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
but
fair.
I think probably PETA was the right choice, you know?
Yeah.
And maybe I'd feel differently.
Yeah.
If I read the books, you know, I'd have a stronger opinion.
Yeah. Because, like, I felt attached to Gale because I was like, he was there for Katniss.
And he's like the
Yeah.
protector.
He's the
and-
protector.
yeah.
And, like, I don't know, he meant a lot to, like, her. And I don't know, I was like, oh, he's back home. He probably misses her.
Yeah.
I mean, little did we know. But
Right.
Little did we know. Okay, what about Caesar Flickerman? I think he
Love.
takes the cake
Love.
over both of them together.
yeah, I think I would love for him to be my uncle.
Oh,
Yeah, he
yes.
is
Yeah.
giving great
Who's
uncle.
what's the the fashion designer? Cinna. Loved Cinna too.
Cinna.
Yes.
Oh my god,
Cinna.
the scene
Isn't
where
it Lenny
she's
Kravitz?
like
In the
Oh
tube.
my
in the
gosh.
tube, and he
And they beat him to death in front of her, and then
it's
it just
devastating every
fuels her
time.
to
Yeah.
just like be a sap. Oh, it's so
So
good.
good.
It's devastating.
I think I'm gonna
So
have to
good.
start it. Like I have
It's
an
so
extra day
good.
off this week. I know exactly what I'm
You
doing.
should.
But I have mentioned this before on the pod. Is that I have to be like emotionally in an okay place before I watch them because it takes over my psyche for a good 3 weeks of
Yeah.
time. I feel like I'm in the Hunger Games. It's all I can
I'm
think
visualizing the
That happens to me
cornucopia.
too with
Yeah.
anything that I like consume, book, TV, movie.
Yes.
I
Oh,
like
it's-
finish it and then I'm like,
It's
this
all I
heavy
can
weight
think about
on me.
and talk
Mhm.
about, and then everyone
Yeah.
at my work is like, "Please, respectfully, shut the fuck up." Nobody cares because Hunger Games happened actually like 15 years ago now,
God.
which is sick. But anyways,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Tessa, would you like to take the next question?
Yeah, let me see. Let me see if I had
We're just
another
gonna
question.
keep them coming, and if it's too much for you guys, again, please.
No,
let
yeah,
us
like this is
know.
therapeutic to me.
to be honest.
This is not to put you guys on the spot, but have you listened to the pod like some?
Yes.
Yeah,
a good amount.
Scale of
I have-
like 0% to 100% completion.
100%.
You've listened to all of them.
You could look at my YouTube channel.
You watch our YouTube?
Yes.
Oh,
You could, I
Maddie.
watch them at
Yes.
work because it's like perfect background stuff.
That's so great.
I have 2 monitors, so I just have you guys like my
It's
little
like
friends.
two
Oh my gosh.
episodes at once.
Yes.
Like,
Okay,
so
so
relaxed.
playing
Hell
at the same
yeah.
time.
Perfect.
And
So-
that was like an open-ended question. We weren't expecting
Yeah.
anything. We just
Yeah.
kind of needed to gauge for
No,
this
yeah.
question.
yeah, just
I have not yet listened to every episode,
and
but
Tori,
trust,
that's okay.
That's okay.
Trust that I will eventually. I just work in a school, and so I like can't have
Yeah.
media on, or else I like don't want to explain it to my students.
Right.
But
That's
yeah,
super valid.
Love
Yeah.
it. Sometimes I'll listen to it, and sometimes I'll watch it. If I'm like working from home and a new episode's out, I'm putting that on the Roku.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Roku
Roku
City.
City. The sights, the lights.
So we have some strong opinions about how much we bring up a certain topic, which is period/menstruation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And one thing I want to ask is, do you wish we talked about periods on the podcast? A, somewhat more than we do right now. B, no more than we do right now. Or C, strongly agree somewhat less than we do right now.
Okay. I have to think about the wording of those.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
I think that it's a great thing to talk about because it normalizes menstruation.
Yeah.
So true.
And I just think, like, if it's on your mind and happening to you, why not?
Yeah,
Thank you.
Right?
I agree. I
great.
think talk about it the same, if not more,
Yeah.
because again, the stigma, the stigma against like the pink tax and the periods and everything, like we gotta normalize
we
it.
gotta stand together.
Yeah.
Thank you. They
Yeah.
speak on behalf of all listeners
Yeah.
All-
everywhere. So
yeah,
if you have a
all
different
people with
opinion
periods.
than
Then
one
you're-
of them said right now, bye.
Yeah. And you're not a minnow, I don't
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless you gotta bleed like a minnow to be a minnow.
I
Or
bleed-
respect.
I bleed anchovies.
we all do. Okay, that's amazing.
I want that on a t-shirt.
That will be our first merch drop.
Yes.
Okay, that's good to gauge because
yeah.
like definitely we have mixed reviews about that. But we have a lot of opinions about our camera angles as well. We kind of just try to take it all. With a grain of
Yeah, I
salt.
think our mennos, the men listeners,
Ooh, I like
Um,
that.
they're sometimes are haters.
I think they just feel probably left out. They were like, I wonder what that's like.
I
Yeah,
think
or they're
that
like, can
they
you do one episode without bringing that up?
Yeah.
Suck my balls.
I think
I really do.
Exactly. Bring it back.
The Venn diagram of haters and minnows is just a circle.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you might be right.
Yeah.
So we went to breakfast the other day with one of the mennos,
Okay.
one of Drew's friends. I don't know if I want to call him out by name.
Okay, we'll call him Henry the Fourth.
Oh, okay.
So we were at breakfast with Henry IV, and he brought his new lady friend to breakfast.
We'll call her Henrietta.
She's
Okay.
Henrietta.
The first.
And the pod got brought up because he was like, what have you guys been up to? I see the pod's back. And I was like, thank you, Henry IV, for listening and noticing
you.
that it's
Yeah.
back. Yeah. And she was like, oh, what's it about? And I was like,
And what did he say?
it's nothing. It's just girls yapping. And Henry IV.
I'll bleep it out. I'll bleep it out.
I was so close. Henry IV was laughing, and he was like, it is a lot of yapping. So
Okay.
I think
Henry
he
the
meant
Fourth, if
that
you're listening.
In a
Yeah.
derogatory
Sorry, I
way.
said
I'm
suck
not
my
really
balls.
sure. It seemed like
No,
endearing.
he's a supporter.
He's
for
totally
sure.
a supporter, but like, sometimes I wonder what
Yeah.
they think. Sometimes
Yeah.
I listen back through the eyes of like a male listener, and I'm like, you know.
Okay, well that's the thing, like, because we've come a really long way, and that's what disturbs me about being a podcaster at this point in time, is that I don't know what has been said, like, unless it's the most recent episode, who knows what happened.
Yeah.
And I edit them all, and I'm like, obviously we're not just like, you know, saying god awful things. Like, we try to just, you know, yap and have a good time.
Right.
But then sometimes I'll listen back to something and I'm like, why the fuck would I say that? And I don't feel that way. And then one time, an early minnow who has since quit listening because of the early editing staff would place beeps over the curse words. And this particular minnow said they were so violently loud in his AirPods Pro Max that it would almost deafen him. And he said, until you change that, I cannot continue to listen. And so that has changed now. I've come full circle. But also, he said that we were, he would describe us as a feminist man-hating podcast. And I was like, oh, fuck. Like, that is not what we meant.
I remember the apology podcast
Yeah,
episode.
we
Like every other episode is one of those, unfortunately.
Every episode,
Not this one. We're not apologizing right now.
It's like just not our responsibility to care about
Once
what other
that's in
people
the
think.
world,
You know?
that's not our problem
No,
anymore.
yeah.
You have
It's
to
done.
release it.
No,
That's
that's
so
so
true,
true.
guys. We're letting go. We're moving on.
Yeah.
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 Well, I'm glad we could get that off.
Yeah.
Our chest.
I know. I
Does it
feel
lighter in here.
Yeah.
I feel lighter.
Yeah.
It feels lighter. It's
Yeah.
nice to
Good.
have more female presence on the pod right now
you.
because I just let it be known that the only other guests we've had on the show are our husbands.
Yeah.
That's true.
And they don't even really count.
No.
Yeah, because we look back, we didn't really talk to them while they were here.
you just kind of looked in Jacob's ears a little bit.
We just kind of talked as we normally do, and then they would like chime in a little. So like, I think we need to bring the boys back, let them clear their name, ask them.
And Jacob would be like, "Did you guys think of any questions you wanted to ask me?" And we were like, "No, we were just gonna yap while you were here."
we just needed some like comfort and support.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we're on team bring Jacob back. We'll see
Only
about
Jacob?
that.
Wow.
Jacob and Drew.
Has Drew ever been on camera?
Oh my god.
Those
I don't think
episodes,
so.
the production team was maybe lacking.
They've come a long way. I think the one episode that Drew was really on was like, there's always this long-standing joke of, you're like, oh, you couldn't pay me enough to do this, and Drew goes, you can pay me enough to do anything. So it was
Yeah.
how
It was
much
a
would it
bonus
be?
episode?
Yeah, it was like a
Nice.
20-minute.
Nice.
But I wanted to call it the boner episode. I said, don't do that, and don't like put a YouTube video called that or something.
Funny.
It's
So
fair.
that wasn't allowed. And then also Drew was also not given justice because we were like, I'm grouping Tessa in, but I think I was mostly responsible. It was like, how much would it take you to eat like a piece of and then kiss your mom on the mouth? And he was like, whoa, like these are way like harder than I thought. I don't want to say this on recorded. Like,
Yeah, you kind of did him dirty that episode.
so that's one of those things where I look back because now, like at this point that I have a platform, I'm like, fuck. I have no idea what was said. I need to stop talking about poop. All the things that people don't want to hear about. So yeah, the boys both need to come back,
Yeah.
clear their names,
Yeah.
get a fighting chance.
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
And now we
Menno
are a
special.
man forward podcast. We support.
Yeah.
It's weird we have to keep saying that. Like, it's not that we're having to say it out loud to believe it ourselves or anything. We're
No,
just having
right.
to say it
Yeah.
for other reasons.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh my
guys.
gosh.
Okay.
Are you ready
Yeah.
for your next question?
Yes.
Okay. You two, sorry Tessa, not you.
okay.
You're both fellow Swifties.
Yeah.
On this day in history that we're recording this is the last day of the Eras Tour.
Yeah.
Oh god.
What kind of self-care are you exploring to recover from this and move forward knowing that this will never happen again?
Yeah, we were just reminiscing about how our Eras Tour date was over a year ago, and it was one of the last cities on the initial slate.
Yeah.
So you thought you were getting
Like shebang.
Yeah.
right.
And we were like, oh my gosh, like this has gone on so long. I'm so happy that Taylor is like getting a break.
I hope she takes a long, well-earned like break. I hope we like maybe rep era don't see her for a while. Like I
Right.
want her to just be
Ooh.
like taking a break with her mans.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
in
on a-
Coeur d'Alene.
Yeah.
Oh, I
And
would love
Carnival.
that.
No, absolutely.
I would love Taylor, if you're listening.
Yeah.
We'll show you around, girl. We're
Yeah,
normal.
girl.
We're normal.
She does.
No, I'm actually convinced, and I know that this sounds really crazy.
No.
Actually, I don't know if I can say this. Okay, I think Taylor follows me on a burner account.
I fully believe
I
she has
believe
burner
that.
accounts 100%.
She's got to.
She has to.
She's got to. And she interacts with her fans, like, way too secretively.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
like, like,
no,
you,
like
you
she
gotta,
100%
Okay,
has burner.
and I can't remember what it was. Oh, yeah. Well, this is gonna make me sound like a psycho, and like I know it's not true, but I'm just saying it's like almost for myself, really. After I did like the Rock photo shoot, like Taylor was seen wearing like the Rock photo shoot outfit, and I was like,
Olivia
"Girl,
Jenkins
come on."
inspiration.
I was like, "Gosh, just be honest in your problem with my outfits, Taylor."
Whoa.
Like, say it.
This might be too chronically online, but it's
Yeah.
like how Kendall Jenner copies.
Yes.
What's her name?
Redhead girl.
Yeah, JC.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like how she does
For
that.
sure.
Taylor's that to you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
But-
Good for
Wow.
But back to you guys. Sorry, I
Yes.
totally
So the
interrupted.
self-care. I think we've been exploring retail therapy recently.
We have indeed.
Yeah, that's coping because like we were like, oh, should we go to the Toronto show? Should we go to the Vancouver show?
We did think about all
We
of
thought
these
about
things.
it.
I thought about spending $3,000 on a ticket,
Right?
and then I was like,
We were like, we
what?
have friends in Toronto. Like, they would definitely house us. And
Vancouver's,
like, Vancouver's not that far.
I was so close
But-
to going,
right?
but then I was like, I'm not.
I know.
that-
I'm
yeah,
not that
crazy.
wild.
I was very happy with our Seattle Night 2 show. It felt like everything I've ever dreamed of, and then it was done, and I was like, okay, that was my experience of Taylor Swift. Like, I feel content if that is my only
Right.
experience I ever get.
Right.
Yeah, so I think I just kind of feel that way about the Eras Tour in general. Like, I was there. It was rare I was there. I remember it all too well, you know?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that crazy? Because I feel like this is like when, just in the same way now they're studying Hunger Games in school, it'll be like, you know, people who are like, oh my gosh, like, well, actually, I don't know anyone personally that said this, but like, I saw the Beatles live in concert.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
gonna be the
That's gonna be
Eras tour for like our
absolutely.
great grandkids.
100%.
They're gonna be
Absolutely.
like, what? I'm gonna be like, yeah.
Yeah, I
And
was
she followed
there.
me on a burger account,
right.
copy me all the time.
Right.
They'll be like, okay, grandma, like,
Go to bed.
Get back to let's get back to bed. Yeah,
back
no,
to
yeah.
history.
Yeah.
Good.
I might also, like, re-listen to some of her albums as some self-care.
Yes.
Now that Spotify Wrapped is done, here's my issue: is I always somehow get her in my top Spotify Wrapped, like always, even if I don't feel like I listen to her that much.
Yeah, there's like I
So,
think conspiracy
now that
theories
it's
that
over-
it's fake, and she's like number one on like most people.
And see, I would believe that, and I'm a fan, so it's okay. But like, now that it's done and through, I might like listen to her a
Yeah.
little bit, so it won't like count for any of my,
yeah,
you know.
open the hatch.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
We'll see.
What kind of retail purchases were made? Did you guys do some Black Friday shopping?
Oh yeah.
Your family does Black
Yeah,
Friday like
my
crazy.
family is wild about Black Friday. We've always like when it was true Black Friday when people would open at like midnight and we would be like lined
You'd
up
be,
at
like, punching
Target.
people
Yes.
at Best
Yeah.
Buy. For
I would not put it past your
Jeez.
mom or Kelly.
Oh, well,
Your
yeah,
aunt.
it's happened.
Yeah, that's
They
not
they
surprising.
haven't punched people, but like my
Like,
mom's
I
been
could
like,
see.
bitch,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So,
Damn.
beep. But
Yeah, what
yeah,
the
Black
hell?
Friday is serious in my family. So Tori joined this year,
First timer.
Honor.
first timer with me
Yeah.
and my
It
mom.
was intense. I was like, I have no money and I have nothing to buy for people, so I'm just here.
I had no money, but I was still engaging in purchasing practices, and so I bought a lot. I bought these jeans.
Ooh,
Nice.
They were
sick.
on clearance.
too.
About this. About
Yeah, I
the
was
scarf I wore
admiring.
here.
Which I was eyeing. I was eyeing the scarf and the sweater.
Thank you.
Actually.
Yeah.
This is Old Navy. This is
Love.
also Old Navy.
Love.
Oh, we're
Yeah.
all whores for Old Navy.
Yeah,
here.
we
are.
love Old
Navy,
Navy.
Oh my
So-
god. Oh, I thought I had my Old Navy. Now I'm feeling a little left out. It's okay, guys. It's okay. We don't
Okay,
talk about
yeah, it's okay. Old Navy only sponsored this episode.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the least you could do.
Yeah. So anyway, we can move past that. But yeah. So engaged in quite a bit of that, and like we went to Sephora today.
Oh, damn
I
it was
needed
done.
I needed some new. I love the Super Goop Glow Screen.
Oh, yeah.
Sunscreen, and I just ran out, so I.
Okay, wait, but let me put you onto a dupe.
Okay.
Tell
me the dupe.
Have you tried? This is not sponsored, you guys. The Elf Sun Glow,
No.
whatever the shit it's called. I don't know.
No, but I love Elf.
It is legit the same as same
And
exact
it's
thing as
Not $38.
Yep, it's about $11.99.
Okay, I might have to try that. I might have to
And
switch over.
Yeah, it's I almost would say I like it. Wait,
Better?
okay. I'm like, what if Supergoop?
Yeah, I know.
was
No, I'm like, wait,
Guys,
okay,
no,
think
guys,
about your words.
Supergoop is literally the best, you guys. No, that's like my fear now. Is like
Yeah.
anytime I go to say
No, that's
like
fair.
shit talk something, I'm like, what if they?
Supergoop's calling.
Please, can you imagine? Okay, you guys,
gosh.
don't worry. We will cut this out of the episode.
Okay.
So if you need to say something really aggressive, say it now.
I literally woke up this morning and I woke up this morning like super late. I never sleep in, and I go to Maddie's door because we do this every morning, and we just like start talking to each other. And I looked at her and I went, "It's podcast day."
And then I went, today's the day.
No, I need you guys to start a podcast in my boat.
So we've
my
been
moment
trying
here, I
to
think.
think of a fish pun, but we can't think of
For a
one.
different fish
Yeah,
themed
a
podcast, we
different-
could start like a school.
Yeah.
Wait, guys. We
Wait,
could be like
guys.
TMG, except for not Cody Co.
Yeah.
Obviously. R.I.P. Rest in pieces, bitch.
Yeah.
We'll be like, TMG started with, I think, Cody Co.'s podcast, and then it became like a whole umbrella. And like, obviously, I'm always thinking that millionaire mindset.
Yeah.
So we could call it like the school, like because a fish is in
Yeah.
school.
Yeah.
School of
The
fish.
sea, the school.
And then we have anchovies, and then I don't know the sardinia. Wait, okay, let's
Ooh.
workshop this.
See, I was trying to think of how to
with like the two of us or something.
Tuna.
That's so good. We've been trying
Thank
to think of this
you.
for like
I
2
know.
weeks.
Tori just spitballing live.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of something with the word whore in it.
Wait, guys, let me just do some quick
that.
research.
I love trout.
Oh,
Yes.
trout is cute.
But like, there's no
Can our
It's like
horse.
perfect, guys. So
I
look
can't
out for
wait
that.
to tell my super conservative family that my podcast is called The Trout
Oh yeah.
Horse.
Okay. I'm just looking up some fish species here. Okay, there's one called the blue ring angelfish. It could be blue ring angelfish.
Anal fissure.
Wait, who do we know that was talking about anal fissures that one time? Was it?
Is Eve.
That's what I know. It's like I know we've had that
Also
conversation.
known as Henry
the yeah, not the same
Henry the
one,
Fifth,
but
actually.
similar.
Yeah.
He's been exposed.
Oh,
I just realized I'm wearing fish socks.
Oh
And
my gosh.
honestly,
Did you
I think
plan
that
it?
It's meant to be.
yeah.
Okay.
I like picked them up and I realized I had 2 pairs of these socks.
Oh.
Wait,
You
guys
gonna
weren't
share?
voting for that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think technically I gave them to my mom, but then I took them back. Fish.
Oh.
Tuna is so funny.
Sorry, I still
Tuna
looking
is
through
funny.
It's really funny.
What's
But I don't know. Like, it has to be something more than just tuna. It has to be like
Tuna
has to be
bus.
something like horror
Like in
skank or something.
yeah, it's gotta
Right,
be
right,
giving
Or
skank.
skank. I love the word skank. That's been my discovery of 2024. My discovery
She's been
word.
saying
I
it a lot.
love it. It's like
Skank.
I think it's a little bit worse than
Skank?
it's just the
way.
impact of it.
My mom would call people a rag. And I'd be like, damn. She'd be like, that rat. Like, I don't even know. My mom was unhinged, though. So, like, would I say that? Or what else? She would call them, oh my god.
I personally love wretched hag right now.
Wretched.
Wretched hag is one of my favorite.
Fish.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, we'll workshop it.
Yeah.
We'll workshop
Yeah.
it. We will let you guys like know what we decide when we before we
Okay.
post our first.
Yeah, we can do like a
podcast.
quick little like business meeting, a couple over the
Perfect.
next few
Perfect.
months.
Yeah, sorry we've started this
Quarterlies.
specific fish plus
Yeah.
like female
Female.
yeah.
Yeah, something.
whatever.
It's okay. It's just like really hard to.
It's a hard
Do as
template
well.
to
Yeah.
reuse. Yeah,
It is. And the way that we got there was just so like organic and roundabout. Oh, that's where it started. Is we were gonna be like something tilapia because we just like that it started with a T and our name started with T's, and then we were like, wait, we're a couple of hoas.
Yeah.
And so this is a little bit more fitting, and then you can spell it weird, and then we could go.
Yeah,
from
it's
there.
perfect. Right.
Yeah.
So minnows, if you guys have any like skanky puns that go with
Yeah.
fish for a good title of their,
Leave them in the down bar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Doobly
comments
do.
below.
Yeah, get them down there. Yeah.
That'd be much
Yeah.
appreciated.
Yes, we can keep this ball rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I would I'm gonna put you guys on the spot.
Okay.
For the next question. We are 29 episodes.
29?
29 episodes in. How do you think that we're doing so far? Would you say, like, A, you're most likely going to listen again. B, you're somewhat likely to recommend to a friend. C,
Strongly
would rather not
disagree.
say.
Yeah, strongly.
I would say that I admire your perseverance.
Oh my gosh.
Like there was a little break that happened, and look at you guys, you're back and better than ever.
Yes.
Yeah, I think keep
That
it
means
up.
a lot.
Keep it up.
Like as much. See, here's the thing. I'm a devoted minnow, and like as much as I'd like to gatekeep the podcast from people, put a dam up, if you will, in the stream.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can we get a round of applause for that one? That was a really good one,
Yeah.
you guys. Thank you.
I have to start recommending it to people because I just think it's so fun. And like I said earlier, it's like I just listen to my friends talk and while I'm at work, and I'm just like,
It feels like we're in the room.
yeah, I'm laughing
Guys,
along.
That is so sweet.
Guys.
Thanks for like responding. Like I didn't just force you to give us compliments. That meant a lot.
Yeah, like we don't have a gun to your back right now.
Yeah, we do. We have threats. Okay. Next question. This one very serious. Do you guys have? Because you're both currently singles.
Yeah.
Ooh, are we mingling? As much as you can in this city.
Yeah. No.
No.
Maddie, no. Me, not really.
Just
to be honest.
crushing.
No.
Tori, what? No crush. We don't have to talk about that.
Tori has
Do
some.
you want me to say?
I
or
don't
no?
care.
Okay.
No, you don't have to say anything.
No, it's
I'm just
fine.
curious where you're at.
He actually doesn't have social media, so
No.
it doesn't matter. I have a crush on Maddie's.
Wait, I could bleep it out too, so that people will be like, Maddie's who?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. No, but he doesn't have social media, so it actually is fine. He'll never know.
Yeah, he'll never know.
So he's edgy. He's
he'll
like
never
all the other
know.
boys.
He is. I don't know him like well at all. He's just hot, to be honest, and he's nice,
Oh,
and that's what matters.
That's
Yeah.
that's what matters.
Yeah.
It's true.
Have not seen him since Halloween, so that's unfortunate for me.
yeah.
I remember vaguely hearing about
Yes,
this.
Yeah.
yeah.
On
Fateful
Soup
night of
Night.
Halloween.
On that faithful night of Halloween and soup night. I think I brought it up too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I don't see it going anywhere at this point because he's also like hard to flirt with,
Oh.
and I'm not good at flirting. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's that.
Wish
that's
I could
how
help
I feel.
you. Wish I could help you there, but I was literally a child bride, so.
Yeah.
Right.
same.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We definitely we weren't good at that.
Correct.
Yeah. Right.
With that, my question was, do you guys have any nightmare dating stories that you could share
Oh,
with the class? With the school?
I might.
I don't.
Well, that's relieving.
great,
Like
yeah.
you made it.
I
This
can
far.
think
That's-
of one.
Scenario, yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
God.
Okay. Go
I
ahead.
can think of one. Okay, so I went on. I don't even know if you'd call it a date. I met this guy when I was with my ex-best friend, also named Maddie, but it's different. It's different. I'll tell that story
Spelled
maybe
different?
off camera. I'll tell
We
it.
don't have to go there.
But we were at Dick's Hamburgers once, and we were, you know how you are when you're like 19 and you like want attention.
Oh, that's how I continue to live my life every day.
So we like started dancing outside of Dick's Hamburgers, which is a really horrible part of town.
because that's literally giving like perks of being a wallflower.
Yeah,
at the
that's
time.
exactly
That was like a move.
that's exactly what we were like emanating. And these guys who were around our age were in the like car next to us, and so they then started laughing, and we were like,
You're like, we
and
are
they, like,
infinite,
gave
bitch.
us our they gave us their Snapchats because of course. And so we started snapping them, and there was one guy who had a crush on her, and the other guy who was his like best friend, I thought he was really cute. And so they invited us out the next weekend to go out to Cheney with them.
You just met them in the parking lot.
We
of
met them in the
Dick's.
parking lot. Yeah.
Damn,
Not the
girl.
best thing. But we went out to Cheney with them because they invited us to this party. Well, turns out it was a youth group party.
You're like chugging
like a
vodka all the way there.
college, like a college youth group party. And I was super, super involved with youth groups, so I was like all over it.
Yeah.
Well, my ex-best friend was super not religious at all and like actively would shame me for being religious at the time.
Sounds like
which
a really
was
good friend.
Super fun. Yeah. Again, I'll get into that later. But so we're out there with these guys at this youth group party, and it was just awkward. And like that night just like ended very awkwardly. And so then like the weekend after that, the guy that I had a crush on Snapchatted me and asked me if I wanted to go bowling with him.
And I was with you.
You were with me. I
we
forgot
had
about
just
that.
dyed
My
hair
hair
in a bathtub.
Yeah, my parents'
What color?
house. And so my mom was so mad at me because I was like, bye, I'm going to meet this guy. And Maddie and our friend were in my house and she was like, you're just going to leave your friends? And I went,
was
yep,
like, go ahead.
I am.
You're like, on me. I don't give
So we meet at the Milk Bottle first in
I'm
Garland.
familiar.
And we're having dinner there. And we're sitting at the counter and he proceeds to tell me that he invited 2 other girls before he invited me. And they didn't answer him or said they couldn't go.
You're
And
like,
then
so not
he
only your
invited me.
second-
So I was his 3rd choice
Yeah.
of the evening. And then he proceeded to eat the fries off of my plate. He like looked at me and went, are you going to finish those? And he just started
Give me
eating
that.
them off of my plate. And I was like, this is really not fun for me. This is not a fun
you
scenario. I don't think so.
Oh my
I don't remember
Oh
exactly.
my gosh.
And then we like went bowling and I like continued to try to flirt with him. And then I realized he is not interested in me at all. And he's also not very nice.
Yeah.
So that's
good
my
on
date
you.
story.
Wow.
The
Mine,
blinders we
he
have
was-
on.
Yeah.
I know. It's
Like
crazy.
it takes a while to look back
It's
and be like,
crazy.
"Shit."
Especially at 19. I was literally the
Yeah.
worst
Yeah.
person on the planet
I
at
was,
19.
I was a
so
very
annoying.
insecure girl at 19
Same.
and I just would never put myself through that again.
Yeah.
And you live and you learn. But yeah,
Yeah.
that was not great. If you're listening,
Damn.
Yeah.
Shots
Hindsight
fired.
is
did not
fine.
like you.
Yeah.
No.
The
Wow.
only like I just remembered. I had a Club Penguin boyfriend when I was 9.
Yes.
And he and I were like inseparable, and like my friends would be like, "Oh my god, he logged on," and I would like log on like immediately if he logged on. And then one day he just like, I mean, it was like probably like 6 months. It was kind of serious.
Wow.
And
He was probably 50.
I hope not.
It was real.
I think
too.
about
who
him,
knows?
and he never logged on again. One day,
He literally penguin ghosted
yeah,
you.
he penguin.
What was his
ghosted.
username?
Craybot.
Craybot, if you're listening, sit on this.
Yeah, sit on that.
God.
So that's my.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you
Oh,
went
that's
through that.
hard.
Yeah, it's okay. I think about it quite a bit. But
Especially at a young age.
I know. How
So
could someone be
formative.
treated like that?
Yeah.
I got banned on Club Penguin.
For what?
I said, titties, fuck, bitch.
As
I
you
was
do.
going crazy. And like, I remember just playing before pre-ban. I would just beg my mom for a credit card and be like,
Yep.
bitch, buy me a golden puffle or I'm
Yeah.
gonna freak. And she never would.
I want to be a member. Yeah.
Please. Yeah, no, she.
Puffle.
I think one time I did get a gift card though when I bought a jukebox or something.
Oh, the jukeboxes were the best.
Yeah.
I
so
miss
fun.
Club Penguin.
I know.
I wish there was like
Can we
an
bring back
adult.
Club Penguin. Hey, Club Penguin, if you're listening,
Yeah, guys.
Bring it back.
Guys, come on.
I know that
please.
we,
adults
like-
only Club Penguin.
Yeah.
I know that we tipped the iceberg and that's like over, but I want to do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amen.
I want to decorate my igloo again.
Same.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it, like having a dog is low key like having a puffle is like a precursor to buying a dog.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
true.
great practice.
That's so true.
is.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't be where I
Can't
am.
log off for that long, or Lord knows what's gonna happen to
Yeah,
that puffle.
exactly.
God, I don't even
And they
wanna
don't
know.
deserve that.
No, no.
Right.
Puffle negligence is like
That's
crazy.
a criminal
Yeah,
offense.
criminal offense.
Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Guys, that's really deep. Tessa, did you have any dating stories from your past that you wanted to share?
I do have one, which is really, I think it's funny anyway. I was kind of seeing this guy. We weren't officially dating, but we were hanging out at the time. And he's referred to now, anytime I bring him up, which is few and far between, as Bob Seger guy because his favorite artist was Bob Seger. Like, was he
Crazy.
60? No, that's the thing. Like, I told Drew about that. I was like, yeah, his favorite art. And he was like, what?
Isn't Bob Seger take those old records off?
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yep.
Whoa.
Great.
So that was his top artist. That's actually not the nightmare of the story. That's just like a precursor to
Yeah.
it. So we'd only hung out like a few times. We liked each other. That was it. I got a phone call and he's like, "Are you hungry?" And I was like, "Sure." And he's like, "I want to try this burger place. It's like in Coeur d'Alene at that gas station that also has a burger place in it on 4th. If you know, you know." And I was like, "That's so random." And he's like, "Can you come right now?" And I was like, "Okay."
And how long had you been talking at this point?
Not long, a couple months. We did like a youth group. We were like youth group leaders.
There you
Yeah,
go.
so like
such a real pipeline.
It's so true.
yeah. So it was already that. It's already started with that. And then I get to this gas station. I see him and he's in a full suit. Like a full suit and tie. And he's like, hey. And I'm like, hello. And I go up to him. He gets down on one knee. And he has a box. We're at a gas station. We haven't gone inside, but we're at a kind of
like
busy
the
gas
worst
station.
gas station also you could pick for a proposal.
Yeah.
Like there's
And
way better
we
ones.
aren't dating, by the
No.
way. He gets down on one knee. I'm freaking out because he's in his suit and he looked nervous. And I was like, what? He gets down on one knee and goes, will you go to the dance with me? And I was like, what? And then my friend, who was a girl, also in this like youth group situation, was filming.
Oh no.
And then he goes, okay, cool. Well, I got to go return the suit. We didn't eat burgers. He left with my friend to go return the suit because he did that as a bit because he said he had never watched The Office, but my friend was like, oh, Tessa likes The Office. Let's recreate that scene of Pam and Jim where Jim proposes at a gas station. Which I would never have caught on to that, by the way.
Priming he was crazy.
And he doesn't watch it,
even
so like
dating.
that was not like on my radar at all. So I'd gotten dressed, left my apartment, drove down there, didn't eat, got fake
like there weren't
proposed
even
to, like
fries in it for me.
no fries in it. And then he just like left with her. He's like, okay, I'm gonna go return this suit because it still has tags.
That's
my
I would say
And
that's
so
bad.
it didn't work
That's
out
bad.
between us.
Obviously.
As it
that
turns
man
out.
is Drew. No, I'm just
Yeah. And now
And then I married him.
Yeah.
He loves Bob Seger. No, Drew hates Bob Seger.
Good.
And that's just the difference. That's why it worked out for the two of us.
Absolutely.
But I
Wow.
didn't like I thought that was weird at the time, but like not as weird as later when I told Drew and other people and like I said it out loud and I was like, what was that?
So strange.
Yeah.
That's
It was a scary moment for me.
Yeah, that is horrifying.
Yeah. To think for like a split second that you're getting proposed to by someone you don't know.
Yeah, that's actually really terrifying.
At a
Yeah.
gas
would you have
station.
said yes out of
No.
pressure?
Oh my gosh.
I
no.
might have.
I feel like I'd be like, yeah. And then I'd be like, wait.
I'd be like, can we talk about
I would just be like, I have to go.
Yeah.
Not even at a Maverick.
Yeah,
no,
come
it's
on.
literally do it at
It's like the-
Maverick,
yeah.
please.
Yeah.
And get me a for real shake while you're at it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously.
Wait, guys, I have something to tell you. I've never had a for real shake.
Oh.
They're good.
I want to try one,
I've
but
either.
it's like I grew up in Alaska, so we didn't have like fancy stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure they just got an Abercrombie. I think.
Wow.
Oh wait, no, we always had the Abercrombie. They just got like a Hollister.
Wow.
Yeah.
Moving
So,
up.
Yeah, I remember I'd come to Idaho and be like, "Fuck yeah! Like, give me that T-shirt." That's like across. Yeah, but anyways, I never tried one, so I was just trying to fit in there.
Oh,
That's-
thanks for being
you
honest.
fit in really well.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Well, it's because I'm pretending a lot of the time. So.
Do you have a story you want to add?
I don't know. My dating times were short because I'm kind of just a girl you want to tie down, I guess. I feel like though there was one time that I was going on a date. I was going on dates with this guy, like literally just because he was like indie vibes, and I just
Fair.
wanted to be like. I just wanted so bad to be like a skater girl and like
Yeah.
Like the little bit of toxicity of like
yeah, I
dating
mean,
an
he was
indie
really
boy.
nice, but
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, like you smoke cigarettes, like that is all I want
Yeah.
at the time. And we were so incompatible, but we went on multiple dates because I think we were both just kind of like, I don't know, I was a freak. Anyways, and we had went on like 4 dates, which like all of them, I think we both were just continuously like, we are not at all similar.
Yeah.
And like, I just think it was like a weird time. But then it was like date number 4, and I'm like, I feel like we should kiss. And I
Oh,
I
no.
don't even remember. We were in a parking lot, and I was like, okay, bye. And I can't remember exactly what happened, but I think he was like, oh, like, let me just try something. Or I said, I can't remember who said it, but I remember it was like violent. It was so bad. And then we both like had the most awkward, like simple peck mouth kiss. And then I was like, oh, like, okay. And then I like tried to kiss him again. Because I was like, oh, the second one would be less awkward. It was like 30 times worse. And just another like, okay. And then I shook his hand. And then I left.
Shook his hand.
And then I texted and I was like, I think that we should be friends. And he was like, yeah, I do too. And then never really spoke to him again.
Love
So.
that.
I mean, I think that's okay.
So God bless him.
Yeah.
And like,
Way to
I'm
keep
so
it formal,
sorry.
though.
Yeah.
With the handshake.
Yeah.
That's a good way to end it.
Yeah, I think so. And it did make me a little bit want to unalive as well, but that's okay.
And that's
It's
fine.
usually how it goes.
Yeah.
At least you ended it. Like, a lot of people, I feel like, just ghost and then that's how you get over it. Myself included. That's a little bit of toxicity with
You
me.
ghost?
I'm a little bit of a ghoster.
Girl.
I haven't, like, dated or even talked to anybody in many, many years.
Yeah,
but when
but
I
when
have
you
in the
were,
past,
Ghost.
it's been like I'm done. And
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk to you again.
Oh my
Those are
gosh,
hard.
but the
little
guilt
bit of
would
a
eat me
ghoster.
alive. Like, because, like I said, like it's a theme for me. Anytime I say or do anything, the next 4 to 5 business days, I'm just sitting there like, what have I done?
Catholic.
No, I actually grew up in a very unreligious household.
Okay,
Except for
'cause
when my
that
mom
sounds
married the Mormon guy, but
Like, oh yeah.
Whoa.
I've
right.
heard all that.
That sounds like Catholicism and like Catholic
No,
guilt,
it's weird.
which
I
I
have, like-
understand. So
Well, okay, you're not the first person to ask me that, and I'm like, maybe like
Give
in a past
Catholic.
life, in a past life, I was like the Pope or something. I like can't
our
quite.
blessed Timmery.
Yeah, I can't quite like finger it,
Patron
but
saint of
but yeah,
something. Patron saint of
Uh-oh.
yapping, maybe.
absolutely.
Okay, I like that. For
Oh no, I
you.
did
Guys.
good camera. What does it say?
We've been yapping for 2
Oh,
minutes.
no.
I don't even know what time we started. Well,
I
it's
don't
still gonna
either.
record on here, so I'll just put a little like picture
video.
of
There we
us
go.
together.
Yeah, going like this.
It was at 100%. Okay, well, with that, I think we have one last question for
Okay.
you guys because I think we have been yapping for some time.
We have.
I don't even know how long.
There's no way for us to find out either. So
Nope.
At all.
Well, I always look at that and it's like it just says the number of beats.
it's like we've been yapping
Right.
for
Translate that.
1,800 measures.
So
That should
normally,
be good.
I feel like 1,600 is where we wrap up the beats.
Oh.
Really? I've never looked.
Vaguely 14 to 1,600. So we're pushing 1,900.
Ooh.
So with that, well, I guess I don't know if you guys like eggs, but if you are eating eggs, what's your favorite way to eat them? Like scrambled, over easy, hard boiled, anything.
You go first.
I love a like over medium egg
Tori.
Yes,
with like
my
a
girl.
what's the like a eggs Benedict. That's like my preferred, like an over medium on an eggs Benedict.
Oh my
Delicious.
gosh.
Yeah.
I love that as well. But my preferred method is like an 8-minute egg with just an ungodly amount of hot sauce. A hard boiled,
Oh yeah.
an ungodly amount of hot sauce.
And when you say hard boiled, like how dark yellow or light yellow?
So
do
I
you
want
like
it
it?
to be
Like jammy.
Ooh.
Or
You know when it turns green?
Oh, yeah.
Way too
No.
long.
Yeah,
I don't.
rubbery.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Oh, I like my eggs medium well.
Okay.
So like a little gooey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's great.
I like a goo.
I support both of you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We're, I mean, I don't want to speak on behalf of you, but I'm also an over medium girl.
I love an over
But
medium.
I like,
too.
I don't discriminate, so I'll eat them scrambled and
Right.
stuff. But I'm
I-
not trying to have the whites at all.
Yeah, I don't want the
Like,
whites
We're
runny
gonna cook
at all.
those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I love an egg salad sandwich.
Deviled eggs.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I love a deviled egg.
Guys, I have to tell you something.
Tori.
I've never had an egg salad sandwich.
What?
Oh my gosh.
Good.
Okay, I
You
gotta
would
try
love
one.
them.
I feel like I need to get on some things after this.
Yeah.
I will fourth the over medium. Also love a good scramble just before the point of being overcooked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, amazing. Did you guys have anything else you felt like you need to get off your chest and just release with the podcast? Or
Release your inhibitions or anything.
Ooh.
Right.
Feel the rain on your skin.
Yeah.
Wow.
please.
No. I mean, I
don't
feel
think
like I've bared my soul.
Oh, and I
Kind
think you've
of.
done it well. Yeah.
Thank
I feel
you.
like you've, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to
Learned
plug
a lot
anything like about your life? Like it could literally be anything. Like, oh, there's this person that I want to say happy
on this.
holidays to you. You thought I was going somewhere else with that,
Yeah.
but I am not going to go there
have
because
to
this is all
think.
about positivity.
Yes.
Right.
We've been really positive, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I want to shout out my mom.
I want to
Carrie.
shout out her mom too.
Yeah. I want to shout out Carrie
Yes.
for birthing me
Yes.
and bringing me
Yes.
into this world. Without her, I would not be here on the couch with my friends.
Yeah, and we would be sad if she wasn't here.
Yeah.
If I didn't meet her. Carrie and I go way back
Yeah.
because I met her once at the Chameleon.
Yeah, and now she just like won't stop talking about Tessa, and I think she's
And I
like,
won't stop talking about Carrie.
Yeah, I
I
think-
messaged her. I started that
Yeah.
DMing. Yeah.
and I think
love
that like
her.
adoption papers are kind of like in the
Yeah.
talks.
Yeah.
So
and like they say 26 isn't
yeah,
too old for
no,
that.
and I think I'm gonna have a sister. So
That's gonna be my first
so
time having a
exciting.
sister.
oh my gosh!
So,
amazing.
Whatever.
I don't
Yeah.
have anything to. I don't have anything to plug.
You can shout me out.
shout out to my roommate. She's really annoying.
Oh, I am to you.
No, I am to you. I should just start saying that we're dating all the time, like
Yeah.
that lady last night.
Oh my
that lady
gosh.
there was a lady last night at Zola who looked at me after Maddie and her were talking. Then Maddie went and talked to somebody else, and she looked at me and she goes, "So what are you guys? Are you guys best friends,
Like
dating?" And I was
lovers?
like,
Yeah.
"We're best friends. We met in college." But then we were joking afterwards how we should just start lying.
yeah. Lying
And
so
just
fun.
like saying that
Is that what you want me to say?
like
Yeah.
yeah.
What do you want me to say?
No,
But
I-
no,
it's so
we're just best
real.
friends.
I love
I
lying.
know, we
love
look like a
lying.
couple. We're not.
Yeah, well, that me and Tessa would get that all the
the
time when
time.
we lived together.
Like nobody understands the power of a soulmate best friendship,
Yeah.
That's so true.
It's either sisters
right?
or yeah.
Or lovers.
Yeah.
Or lovers.
Yeah, and I'm like,
That's
why
the
can't
name.
we be in this beautiful space of roomie / bestie?
Yeah.
I think that is just really beautiful.
I
and
think it's
special.
rare though what we had and what you guys have because living with someone is really hard.
Yeah.
And so like continuing to be besties while you live together
Yeah.
is maybe
Yeah.
not
It's
as
brave.
common as it's brave.
Yeah, thank you.
And I don't think it happens as
Thank
much as
you.
we think, you
Right.
know? So
yeah, we like have never had a problem.
No,
Yeah.
ever. No.
It's just ideal. So
Literally same.
yeah.
yeah.
Unless Tessa's lying to me, which I
Which
do
she,
accuse
that's
her
the,
of
actually
once
the
a
only
week.
problem is 6 years later, Timmery still thinks I might not like her. She's like not sure if I'm withholding that or something, but
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Otherwise, though, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it's great.
No, it's like the best thing ever when you can just communicate so openly
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like yeah.
that's great.
So good.
Be adults.
yeah.
Well, just
So
to plug these two, you can find them at 99% of every
Music.
local music event
very
happening
true.
in the greater Spokane area. They are like just the biggest supporters and fans and
Yeah.
fun timers.
It's so
In-
fun.
I guess like a normal podcast probably would be like saying like who these people that we are having on, like give them an intro, but like we kind of did it backwards. So I
Yeah.
guess the intro was just like they're bad bitches, so you don't need any other explanation.
Yeah.
And it's our podcast, so we could literally do anything.
I feel like it's just like everyone who is on this podcast is a bad bitch. So it's just
Yeah.
like comes
Yeah.
without saying, you know?
The Bad Bitches
Totally.
podcast.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
far it's Maddie, Tori, Drew, and Jacob are bad bitches.
Yeah.
And Theo.
And Theo.
And-
yeah.
Oh, and my
Tessa
grandma.
and Timmery.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you.
And my
just-
grandma when I brought her urn to our first episode.
Oh, yeah. out of your bagoo.
Yeah. Shout out to our grandmas.
Yeah, shout
Yes.
out
wherever they are. Wherever they are.
There. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, guys, since you guys are in choir, I would like us all to harmonize
okay.
the ending, follow my lead, and
great.
good luck.
Okay.
Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful day. Merry Christmas.